Hi, my name is Ike Chukwendo, and on this page, we talk about manifestation. We talk about creation of reality, how our consciousness is responsible for all the experiences we're having in our lives, good or bad. Our consciousness projects the physical reality, which is called our experience. So if we're always living in fear, we're going to definitely encounter experiences in our lives, whatever they will be, that will cause us to fear. That is equivalent to fear. If we're living in joy and abundance, we're definitely going to encounter experiences, whatever they will be, coincidences, synchronicities. By the way, things that look like coincidences, because there are no coincidences, there are no accidents. Everything is programmed by our consciousness. So that's what we'll talk about on this page. So today, I'm going to dive deeper. I want to give an example of a daily life experience that we can use to understand this concept further. I'm going to talk about the first part, which has to do with our intentions, our thoughts, our conscious mind. And then the second part, we'll talk about letting go, detachment, what attachment really is, and the subconscious mind, and how to actually attract it in our lives. Are you ready? Now, let's say you want to manifest a job. Remember that manifestation does not mean creating something new. Hence the meaning of the word manifest, manifestation. You don't use that word if something doesn't exist. If you say manifest, it means that something already exists but is not within your purview. You're not seeing it. That is why we use the word manifest. Means to reveal, to make seen what is unseen. Does that make sense? So you're not creating anything new. You are only bringing yourself into the realization or into the experience of what already exists. Now you're making it real to your senses as an experience. That's what manifestation is. So let's say you want to manifest a job. You can use anything. You can apply this to anything you want to manifest. I'm just using an example. The first thing you must do is to be very clear on the kind of job you want to have. What kind of job do you want? You must realize that everything already exists. This cannot be overemphasized. It already exists, hence the word manifestation. You must crystallize it into your mind. Let your mind see it fully. Because if you don't know where you're going, you won't be able to get there. Does that make sense? If you don't know who you're meeting, you won't recognize them when you see them. Just like you haven't met someone before, you're talking on the phone and they're telling you what they're putting on, whether they're wearing a hat, whether they're fair or dark. Why are they doing that? Because they are giving your mind something to look for. Is this making sense? I want you to follow me with this. The brain works with what is called pattern recognition. Neuroscience proves that. If you don't give your brain an image, an imprint, or better said, a blueprint of what to look for, it doesn't know what to look for. There is no neural pathway, there's no neural connections there. If the circuits in your brain is empty concerning what you want to manifest in your life, then there is nothing to manifest because you don't even know what it is. Now, in the quantum field, stay with me. We're going to talk about the quantum field in other videos, but you already hear me say this every time, so most of you are already familiar with this. The quantum field holds every possibility that there is, even the ones that you are not aware of yet. You are only making it manifest. You're not creating it. Now, all possibilities already exist. So there is a version of you in the field that already has the job, all the kinds of job you want. But you need to bring yourself into that awareness, starting with your mind, your intention. So then, take a pen and a paper. Write down all the qualities, all the symbols, all the ingredients of that job. The proximity between where you live and the job, how you want it to be, the position you want to hold, how much they're going to pay you. Be detailed. Write everything down. And someone says, do I have to write everything down? Am I going to see it? Now, once you start having thoughts like, am I going to see this? Is it possible to have this kind of perfect job? Or remember the country, remember there's no job. That is your old self talking. That is unbelief talking. That is negative thoughts bringing up their heads. Now, if this starts to happen, you're in the right direction. That means you're poking the problem now. That means you found the root to the issue. You found it right there. Everything is possible. Say this with me. Everything is possible. Say it one more time. Everything is possible. There is nothing impossible. The impossibility only exists in your mind, in your environment, in your lineage, in your genes. Because this has never happened before, you don't believe it can happen. That's why those thoughts start to come out. So write them down. look at them. Whatever you want to add, you add them. You can take 24 hours, you can take 3 hours, you can take 4 hours. If I ask you now, what kind of job do you want? And you're not able to tell me categorically, specifically, very clearly what kind of job you want, then you're not ready for manifestation yet. You don't know it. This is the reason why people meet their potential bosses and they don't even recognize them, because there's nothing to look for. Your brain doesn't have anything to look for. There's no pattern recognition. The opportunity comes and you lose it because you don't have any circuits in your brain that talks about this kind of job. You haven't done anything. You're not thinking in that direction. You are okay with where you are. You don't want to make a move. You don't want to take steps. Steps does not just necessarily mean going out and presenting your CV. Steps and action can actually begin when you grab a pen and the paper and you start being very, very clear on these things. So write them all down, because again, the minute you start writing these things down, you're giving your brain something to look for, something to think about. It's called intention. It's called setting a clear intention. You must know it at the tip of your fingers like that. You should know the kind of job, you should know where it is, you should know how much, because now you're having something to aim at. Your mind is clear. It's called clarity. Failure to do this is exactly the reason why the jobs come, you don't recognize the job. Your potential life partner comes, you don't recognize them, because you don't even know what you want. Your mind doesn't have something to look for. Most of you watching this video have, if you're single, you've met your wives and your husbands, and you either insulted them or took them for nothing, took them for granted, pushed them aside. You've met them over and over again. But you don't know them because you don't recognize them. You don't know that this person, if you actually sat down and wrote down what you want or gotten clear on what you want, you would know that all those things are in this person that you've been insulting or ignoring or not noticing. That's what beliefs do, or lack of beliefs do. They make things that would have been relevant to your life invisible to you. You don't even see it. That's why you hear these ancient terms like they have eyes but they don't see. They have ears but they don't hear. Sometimes you're hearing but you're not truly listening. Sometimes you're seeing, you think you have eyes but you're not truly seeing. It's because there is no clarity. Is this making sense? So the first step, again, write everything down, even if it's 20 things on the list. Don't say this is too much, it's too perfect. Can I find such a job like this? Can I do this? Can I do that? Don't say that. That is unbelief. Like I said, everything is possible. It is your old self with your old beliefs that is coming up, trying to discourage you with those things. Behave like a child. When you see a child saying, oh, if I grow up, I'll be this, I'll be that, they're just playing with the ideas, oh, I'll have so much money, I'll build castles, I'll do all of that. And you're looking at those kids, in their minds, it is real. That is why that miniature car they are using to play on the ground, take it from them, they will shout, they will cry, they will hate you for it, because that car is real to them. Be like a child. Again, write everything down without conditioning it, without putting your negative beliefs on it, without putting your economies, your country's limitations on it. Again, the reason why you're doing this is because you're creating the neural pathways in your mind. You're making those neural connections in your brain so that you will be able to see it, so that your mind has something to glue onto, to connect to when it begins to show up around you, because it is already existent. It's already in existence, period. It's just like when you bought a red sports car. All of a sudden you start to see red sports car around you. Is it because you just bought the sports car? Were they waiting for you to buy your own sports car? No, those cars were there. They've always been there. But because you didn't have any strong neural connection, this is pure neuroscience. This is not my opinion. This is studies. There is no strong neural connection to the sports car. So it has always been around you, but invisible to you. There's nothing to cause you to see it. This is the same thing about manifestation. That's why it's important to do this. I hope this makes sense. So watch this video again, understand it. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to now bring it into manifestation, how to pull it to you. We'll talk about the subconscious mind. We just dealt a little bit with the conscious mind now in this area. If you think about it, because you're now giving your conscious mind something to think about. So if you see it in your mind, in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind will take you there. That's how it works. So we'll talk about the subconscious mind. We'll talk about electromagnetic energy, how these things appear, and how to pull it towards you in this second video. So I enjoyed this video myself, and I'm going to watch this video again myself because there are things I learned in this video as well as I was talking. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you learned in the comments section and help me share the video to someone you think might need it. This is important. and follow our Telegram channel and listen to our free podcasts. There's going to be links to those in the comment section as well. So till the next video, start working on your list now, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.